Hey, what's up, guys? Sam here with the West Capital Takers Brokerage.
Hey, what's up, guys? Bill Shaw with West Capital Taker Brokerage here, branch manager. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Sam, listen, I wanted to bring you in, man. I know that we've been working on this and talking about it to do it for like the past week. A lot of stuff has been going on.
The year tonight, the events unfolding in Iran and the Middle East are moving very quickly.
The U.S. confirming 3 American service members were killed in action.
So, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Bill, I know we've been going back and forth, me and you, and trying to think about how we're going to come out and talk about this. And hey, like you said, right, the whole world obviously is tuned in right now. They see what's going on overseas. Unfortunately, we have multiple countries involved in a very serious war right now. And of course, first and foremost, my condolences, as we mentioned, to all the people who died on either side of the party. It doesn't matter. It's, at the end of the day, it is still an innocent life that's gone. And my prayers and thoughts are with them. I hope that this could end a lot sooner than anticipated. Why we're here today is we're going to talk about how it's affecting us as Americans.
Absolutely. And like, just piggyback what Sam said. I mean, it's a crazy time that we're living in, right? It's been impacting me as well, just with everything that's been going on. I've been trying to keep my head clear from the news, but it's everywhere around us, right? My thoughts and prayers go out to everybody, and hopefully it ends soon. But honestly, like, here's the thing, and nobody's talking about this, Sam. Nobody's talking about how this is actually impacting everybody out there, right? Doesn't matter if you're in the U.S. or not, like, it's impacting your pocketbook without you knowing, right? So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Like, how is this impacting Americans and their pocketbooks? Give me some insight, what you think was going on.
So first and foremost, I know as a American Lebanese, born and raised here. However, I'm Lebanese. We have a lot of family back home, and a lot of people in this country have a lot of family back home, and they're just sitting there watching their families leave their houses, right? They're all in the streets, and now they're thinking about, how can I help them if I can help myself?
Yeah.
Right? Because cost of living here is so high, everything's so expensive, they can't even really be there for their family right now, right? Let alone be there for themselves.
Yeah.
So I know right now we are in a time where it's very volatile, right? Interest rates might start going back up. Heck, we've seen gas prices, we're saying.
No, listen, man.
Since last week.
You just like, if just think about it, right? I know I was on the way in the office on Monday, and it was still like $2.99, right? On the way home, shot up to $3.29. And to be honest with you, man, with everything, and you can kind of give me more insight on this, right? I think 20% of our oil comes from that area, right? So not everything, right? But it's a big, big portion of the world's oil supply, right? So tell me what's going on with that. I mean, obviously, a little bit more on that side.
So from what I've been seeing and watching from the perspective of the Gulf, they basically kind of cut off its supply to us and other places. And I know now for a fact, because now we have to kind of go outside and get it from a source that we're not usually getting from. Yeah. It's going to tax us. I already seen something about a 50% increase per barrel.
Yeah,
right?
It's going up.
Per barrel we're talking about. So can you imagine by the time it gets here, by the time it gets, whatever they got to do to put it back in here and sell it, how much are we going to be paying for it, right? Let alone cost of goods. Yeah. Right?
No,
groceries,
for sure.
Et cetera, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So then how are people buying this stuff?
No, I mean, that's a great point. And to be honest with you, I mean, like, we've had problems with this in the past before everything escalated, right? With inflation being at an all-time high. But last week, man, listen, like, last week was some good news, right? 10-year Treasury dropped below 4%. We were celebrating in the office. It was great, right? We were sitting at like a 3.9, 3.93 on the 10-year, which was fantastic. But when we're seeing gas prices go up, the market is changing every day. Now we're seeing the 10-year Treasury above 4.10. I think last time I checked it was like a 4.13, right? But here's the thing. I don't want to scare everybody, right? Because this is not a scare tactic, right? It's just more information that you guys need to know. And when you're looking at the 10-year Treasury and when it's going up, it's not really impacting long-term interest rates, right? Like a big difference when it comes to the interest rates long-term. But when it comes down to like home equity lines, credit cards, short-term interest rates, this is what it's impacting.
Like they're revolving. Like
100%. Yeah.
A second lien position.
Yeah.
So, and that's a good point. And I'm glad you're mentioning this because we're here to bring awareness to let people know, hey, look,
100%.
At the end of the day, there's hope, right? You have all this equity in your home. It's not tangible. You can't see it, you can't touch it unless you tap into it. And if God forbid the market does crash or the housing market drops, all that money you thought you had in there now is no longer there.
Yeah. And honestly, like, here's the thing. Home values have been holding
For the last, 3
value.
years?
Correct. Yeah. And again, this is not a scare tactic, but what we've seen is, I know, like southeast in the country, right? Like home values are coming down in Florida, right? Because everything's been inflated.
That's what I hear.
Right? You know, if this thing continues to go on, this isn't going to be a short-term fix, right?
No.
It's going to be a long-term issue. It's been a long-term issue since we were kids, man.
Correct.
Right?
History repeats itself.
100%. 100%. And what we're going to see is it's going to impact the market even more so, right? Especially home values. But again, I mean, this is why it's kind of crazy. I did a video last week. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's about why it's important to do a mortgage review, right? Because in this kind of market, man, listen, like you may think that everything is perfect, right? Your mortgage is working for you. You have all this equity inside the house and you don't want to lose,
Right.
but you may lose it anyways.
Yeah. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna
Exactly.
lose it. So it's like, no, rather while it's still here, take advantage of it and make good use out of it, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's paying off your bad debt, your credit cards. A lot of people don't understand. You actually utilizing this equity can help you so much. You're not just taking it to go gamble, right? You're using it for good use. Whether you might have some kids in college, whether you have a sick mother, father, whatever the case may be, at least you have some of that available to you. You don't have to use your hard-earned money.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone, I mean, these days, it doesn't really get you anywhere anyway, let's be honest.
For sure.
By the time you're done paying all your bills, you're barely left with a few $100s in your bank account, if that, right?
Yeah.
So take advantage. The whole point of this is to utilize this equity. Let's use it to pay down the bad debt.
Yeah.
Or even get a lower interest rate. Try to make our money work for us. Not
That's the
work
big
harder.
thing right now. Because, I mean, if you look at these credit card interest rates, everything's above,
30%?
everything minimum 20%, 20, 25.
That's what I know.
Even if you have the car, like auto loans, right? Personal loans, everything is above 10%, 15%. Listen, I mean, like, we have a great program with the home equity line with Figure, right?
What is it, 5 days?
5 to 7 day business day funding. And right now we're seeing interest rates still in the low sixes, maybe mid sevens and low eights, right? So
That's
it's
amazing,
it
honestly.
is. I mean, listen, the math is the math, right? When you're sitting on all of these credit card debts that are 20% or above, and you're combining them into one lower interest rate, how does that make
work for you?
100%, 100%. The main point of this is, although there's a lot of stuff happening around the world and in this country, there's opportunity out there for you as well, right? This is where people win in this kind of market, man, is by taking advantage of where the market is, right?
Agreed.
Sam, I'm going to give you a chance to give your final points as well, but listen, this is just for everybody, right? If you're concerned about where you are, right, and if your mortgage is working for you, if your interest rates are too high, all you have to do is simply reach out to us. Myself, I've been doing this for 10 years. Sam, how long have you been doing this
Right
for?
about 10, 11 years.
10, 11 years. So you're talking to people that have decades of experience. We're not rookies. 9 times out of 10, we're able to put you in a better position. All you got to do is reach out.
Correct. They can, whether it's via Instagram, we'll also have our information on there,
Yeah.
our numbers, our company name. So there's a lot of ways you can reach out to us, which we'll put those in the bio or description. And as Bill mentioned, we're obviously here to help out, right? At the end of the day, for us, fortunately, me and Bill are both licensed, I think, in 20 states?
20 states, yeah.
20 plus states, and we still have many more to come. So we are blessed to be in that position to where we're able to help people all over the country, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to get more states, but at the end of the day, it's making sure that every family we come across, we impact them in a positive way
Yeah.
and put them in a better position. And in the near future, we get their family, their kids,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. So that's what it's about, making sure we do the right thing, and that you win and we win at the end of the day.
100%. And like the beautiful thing about West Capital is like we don't have just the cookie cutter conventional FHA, VA mortgages. I don't think there's anything that we cannot do. I mean, there's a lot of different programs out there. We partner with over 150 different lenders,
Which is
right?
big, right?
You see more of that on your side
Yes,
too,
yes,
because you're more like independent. Like,
Yes, yes.
what are you seeing right now? People are taking advantage of.
I mean, for example, I have people with no income, right? They have some money, but they have no income to show for it. So, and they really need a house. They've been renting for all these years. Here I am. I come give them hope. And I'm not one of those sharks There's sharks out there that can get you money, but they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg. By the time you're done, some of those people end up losing their houses because of how high the rate is. Luckily for us, I can get somebody with no income, probably somewhere, depending on their credit, not to get too deep into rates and stuff because we got to mention APRs. I would comfortably say somewhere in the sevens, which is incredible.
Absolutely.
For somebody who has no income, right?
Yeah.
Or the person who, unfortunately, as we go back to debt, had so much debt that it weighted the amount of debt that they had. It brought down their credit score. It impacted them. Now they're at a 500.
Yeah.
Right. Fortunately, we have lenders that can allow those guys to be lendable, as well as Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac just change their lending guidelines and credit scores, which is big.
Absolutely.
That's a big win.
It is. Absolutely. So just to kind of tie it back to the original message, my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that's involved with this. And even just here in America, right? Have a conversation with us instead of watching the news, right? Because it can be very distracting and very depressing. But let's make sure that you're in a good spot. Make sure that you and your family are in a good spot with your finances during these crazy times.
Bill, I couldn't have said it any better, brother. You said it perfect. And I hope for all the people who are there watching us, continue to watch us. We're going to come out.
Absolutely,
with,
man.
Hopefully more
Yeah.
videos and maybe more awareness. More so, we're the financial experts. We don't know anything about politics. We just see what's going on.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're here to help. Hit us up as we mentioned. Other than that, anything from your end?
No, I appreciate you coming in, and I'm excited to do more stuff with you, man. I would love to get the community involved and bring in some community people and business owners, people around the community, and get to know Dearborn and other places here in Michigan. Not only that, but just across America, right?
Correct.
So
because this country is built off diversity, right?
Absolutely,
that's the
man.
beauty about it. You don't. You can go 10, 15 miles down south, you meet a different crowd of people. You go down this way.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty about it, right?
Absolutely.
And we should all be united. And, we're one. At the end of the day, you cut us, we all bleed the same color.
I love it.
So,
again, Bill Shaw with West Capital Takers Brokerage.
Sam Uza with West Capital Takers Brokerage.
Appreciate your guys' time, and we'll see you guys soon.